Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of a luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection, technology gain times 2, 3, and 5. Now today, actually I'm sorry, not 2 anymore, or 3, but 5. Now it's only 5 only. We're only selling superior technology on our website. Like I said, the roll-on pretty much eliminates everything. The only difference between the silver or any other paints we developed is that they were basically roll-on, and the superior at that particular time was a spray-on. Now, I've mentioned this many times before. The difference between the roll-on and the spray-on is that the roll-on does not have the ability to do front and rear projection. When using this outside, it still requires the same thing as the superior using the spray-on. It must be used outside with projectors of 35 to 100 lumens and up. But with the roll-on, it requires for indoor projectors of 2700 lumens. If we can go lower than that, we'll test those and put those on there. But right now, the mark is at 2700 lumens. So you're going to be using it for indoor use. As for, like I said, front and rear technology, it doesn't have that capability. Also, too, let's see if I'm forgetting anything else besides it being a roll-on, because make sure we cover all the bases here on this, because I don't want to miss anything at all. But I think that's basically about it. Bottom line is, like I said, it doesn't have front and rear technology. It does have to be used outside around 6 in the evening and up. And other than that, it's roll-on, but it does have the same high white levels. It has the ability to be able to ambient light rejection. So the ambient light technology gain, I know it's missing something. The spray-on is a 5, where the roll-on is a 4. Now, for those of you who basically are going to be using the spray-on, keep in mind it is an invisible technology. When you coat this on plexiglass, it does have the ability to produce images on front and back. But keep in mind that when you do this, you're going to be doing this on a surface that's already white, or a surface that's in this condition. You have to prime it black first before you put the spray on. This is a roll-on. A roll-on doesn't require that. A roll-on, pretty much you can just roll over any surface you want, and it's going to come out looking fantastic. So yesterday I did a demonstration. The surface I was using, and I was just grabbing anything in the shop that uses a blackout cloth. Keep in mind, you can paint over anything you want when I was doing the roll-on. So the material I was using is a form of pleather. Not leather, but pleather. This is what I was using for my screen, because I had tons of it left over in the shop, and I figured I might as well put it to some use. So, to prove a point, to show you that you can paint over anything you want. Keep in mind, I've sprayed trash bags and pretty much everything else and turned them into beautiful screens just to show you how easy it is. I took the most crappiest surface that I have in the back of my shop, and I'm going to paint over this. No priming. I want you to get a good look at how beat down this surface is. Just get a look at it. Just get a look how dirty this surface is. This is something I use in the back just for basically if I'm painting something or testing something, I splat paint on it. That's about it. So look how crappy this looks. I'm going to take a good look at this. It's a very ugly surface. Most people would prime this down. We're not going to do that. So let me come over here and grab some of the superior screen paint. I haven't taken the top off already, which I have not done, which was very dumb. Alright, so let me put this over here and then we're just to the top. I'm going to prep before I actually start recording. Alright, and we're going to pour some of this onto the surface. Some people think, okay, I got to put a certain amount of paint down because I don't want to put down an uneven coat. There's no such thing as an uneven coat when you roll on a screen. It just isn't. I don't know who came up with that freaking genius idea. Alright, and we're just going to roll over. That's it. Like I said, this is a 1-coat application. You'll see how fast I'm going to roll over the screen. And as for the rollers I'm using, people, I know I get emails from people asking me, do they have the proper rollers? Any nap roller will do. Any nap roller will do. Any. I've bought rollers at Dollar Tree. You know, I'm in a rush. I don't have time to go way out to Home Depot. I will go to Dollar Tree and I will buy my rollers. Doesn't make a difference. I know, you've seen videos out there, people telling you have to have this particular roller, and this particular roller is going to give you the best performance. No. All right. I got it this morning. I thought to myself, well, maybe, you know, some people are going to think that you have to have it on a black surface in order for it to work, you know. Nope. Because that's what the spray-on. Spray-on is like that. The roll-on's different. Roll-on, all you got to do is just roll it onto the surface. Sorry about that. And this is the most crappiest surface that I have in the back. I use it for my giant paint palette. If I'm painting something, I just splash paint over it. So I could just use it to paint stuff on the wall or stuff like that. We're going to do a drywall demonstration because some people think they have to paint it on a certain surface. You know, if I paint it on this, I paint it on that. One surface I would advise you don't paint on is canvas. Please do not paint on canvas. Canvas has a lot of interesting, that's on the screen. Canvas has a lot of interesting imperfections. It's very gritty. It'll make your screen look very, very gritty. Do not paint on canvas. If you look at my in the description and the video, take the time to look and the description when you buy the paint. At the bottom there is a description of the product, specifications, and in those specifications it will show you what and what you can't paint on. Canvas is not one of the ones on the list. It's not there. We don't support canvas. Canvas comes up gritty, dirty. It doesn't look right. Alright, so I'm going to grab my screen. As usual, I've done this in the last demonstration. We will be placing the camera someplace else because it's early in the morning, people. You don't want to see what I look like in the morning. I will jack up your day. Alright, so let's come over here and let's grab our screen. Alright, keep in mind the screen is wet. So when a screen is wet, and you paint a screen that's wet, what's going to happen is when the projector hits it, it's going to cause some shininess. If you don't believe me, test it out for yourself at home. See what reaction you get. Just take some everyday white paint and just paint a surface and hit it with your projector and see the reaction that you get off of it. And some people come back and say, well, your screen's hot spotting. It's wet. If you don't believe me, go home and just take any surface and just paint it white, and when you get done painting it white, hit it with your projector, see what the reaction will be. Alright, so let's get our containers out of the way. Let's move everything over here. Alright, we are completed and done with all obstacles out of the way. Let's power up the projector. There's my screen already done. I want to do this in the video because I'm going to take my fan, because last time the fan was in the way. It'll play nice with me today. My fan's kind of beat up. It is really beat up. Hear that? It is really beat up. Alright, lay the fan against the screen. Alright, let's bring the image down. This is what I like about having a lens shift projector. Lens shift projector will allow you to be able to move it back and forth anywhere you want. Let's not go into a tantrum, fan. Let's be nice. Come on. I'll replace you. I'll replace it anyway. So there it is right there. So this was a dirty, you've seen the condition. This thing was filthy, disgusting, and dirty. If I can find where I put my cell phone at, we can start this demonstration off. Alright. There we go. Drop the cell phone over there and let's begin. Now you'll see some little dark spots from here to there as the screen starts to dry. Areas that are not coated will appear to be a little dark. Well, not coated, but areas that are not dried yet. Let me show you how high the white levels are. The white levels are insanely bright. Like I said, they're insanely bright on this technology. Got the fan right there running. Right there, we got a little wetness right there on the screen. Look how high the white levels are. So we're paint and we're drying the screen right in front of you. Just to give you an idea how amazing this stuff is. And also doing this in a fully lit environment as always. We always got plenty of light in the environment, always. Even though the technology is using ambient light rejection, technology gain times 4, it looks absolutely amazing. I will be coating this on my screen upstairs. So my 146, I'm prepping it, getting ready to coat a massive 146-inch Superior roll-on. Screen's already dry. We only got a few wet areas right in there, but this is all dry now. This is why you don't see any shine to it. This is what I wanted to do yesterday when I painted it on. I wanted to show you the screen drying in the process, but the way the screen was set up, it was directly in the way of the projector, so I was casting the shadow of the fan right on the screen, so I couldn't do that demonstration. But I wanted to show you in the demonstration how I can dry the screen right in front of you, how fast the drying time is on this screen paint. It's extremely fast. So as you've seen, all the shine is starting to disappear. This is how fast this stuff dries. And keep in mind, you saw the surface. The surface was truly ugly. So it shows you in this demonstration how you can paint over anything you want with this technology. This is the reason why we obsoleted the dark silver. This is the reason why we obsoleted the cinema eclipse. Because there is no point. We have a screen that can produce both white levels and black levels at the same time. And by it being a roll-on, pretty much eliminates everything else we have on the site. Now, like I said, the difference between the spray-on, it has the ability to do front and rear. It has ambient light rejection times 5. It can show up images in the morning hours. That is the difference, but it still has all the similar bells and whistles. As in this one, it can be used with long throw, short throw, ultra short throw. This is all the paints have the same thing. It's just to have different forms of abilities. Now our screen is just about dry. I think we are dry. Yeah. That's my angry fan. My fan is so angry. We're dry. The screen's dry. So as you can see, there's no shine, nothing on the screen. It's dry. It's done. So you just watched me paint a dirty surface, a very dirty, filthy surface, number one. One coat application. You watch me dry the screen right in front of you and do this in a fully lit environment. And look how bright and how beautiful the colors are. That's what I'm explaining. On a black screen, you will always have contrast. Always. But on a black screen, white levels are extremely important. As I said before, white levels make the difference whether a screen can pull up clean or dirty colors. Now, our new roll-on is available now on our website. It does come with free worldwide shipping. We can ship this to you anywhere in the world for free. For those of you who have been asking me, can I roll this on a pre-existing roll-up projection screen? Yes, you can. It has the same form of technology as a spray-on. It has that non-crack, non-peel. It has color enhancement technology. It's all the goodies that the other one has. The only different one is a roll-on, one is a spray-on, and actually said one has the ability to do, this one will only do front projection only, but just look how beautiful that looks. Sorry, I'm over here getting videos for you guys. Pulling a few videos up, that's all. You saw the condition of that screen. This screen was ugly. It was ugly. It just goes to show you that you don't have to spend all this money, number one, for an expensive projector. The projector I have behind me is 720p. I'm using a 720p projector. See how powerful the white levels are? Turn it down a little bit. Early in the morning, I got neighbors. So it has the ability to produce contrast, dark contrast, of course it's black either way, it's a black screen, and high white levels at the same time. And you can see how much light is hitting the screen, because think about it, right here, there's a shadow right here, that's a shadow. Where I have something in the environment that's basically casting a shadow, but you can see how much light is hitting the screen. So you have to think outside the box. Keep in mind, anything that you want to roll over or spray over, you can do it. It's not your everyday screen paint. You don't have limitations on this. There's no limitations on this, except for canvas. Stay away from canvas. Because the canvas surface is kind of gritty, that's why. It's a very gritty surface. And sometimes I like to use natural colors, because natural colors pretty much show you what you're really getting. Sometimes when you use some of the other demonstrations, they do kind of oversaturate too much color. Now, before my time runs out here, I'm Kenneth Bird from Luminous 4K Screen Paint using ambient light rejection, technology gain times 2, 3, and 5. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration, and God bless.